Don't move a single inch, dear Taurus. What I'm seeing in the cards is not something that can wait, and certainly not at a time like this. In the stillness of the early morning, with my candle lit and my pulse drumming like an ancient drumbeat, I call upon the sacred energies. My hands tremble, not from cold, but from the weight of the message coming through for you. There is something no shadow, no malice, no illusion can stop, and it is already on its way to you. You have entered a time when no one, not even those cloaked in the dark arts of envy or manipulation, can block your path. You have endured silently, carrying tears that the world never saw. You offered love where there was none. You fought for peace when chaos tried to define your reality. And now, the universe, vast, eternal and watchful, bows before your unwavering spirit. You are being seen, heard, and answered. And before we go deeper, let me ask you something straight from the heart. If this message is already resonating with your soul, take a moment to subscribe to this sacred space. Leave a comment below and tell me, what part of your journey do you feel is awakening right now? Your voice matters here. You are not alone. This May, under the blessed light of your ruling season, the sun enters Taurus on the 15th, Vrishabha Sankranti. It is not merely a seasonal change, it is a cosmic rebirth. It is the earth herself realigning to your vibration. A moment when your essence becomes a magnet for clarity, grounding, and truth. With Mercury, the planet of communication and intellect, stepping into your sign just days before, on the 10th, your words carry power. Your thoughts shape reality. What you say now manifests. What you believe solidifies. But beware, the full moon in Scorpio on May 12th opens a hidden door. Scorpio, your axis of polarity doesn't reveal, it unveils. Under this moon, secrets rise like steam from sacred soil. Someone close to you, a person who has long masked themselves as friend, family, or even lover, will be revealed for who they truly are. And it will not be your imagination playing tricks on you. The whispers you've sensed, the gazes that feel like daggers, the dreams that return like tides, they are signs, echoes, evidence. This figure wears the face of alliance, but inside there simmers a brew of jealousy and inner rot. They have spoken your name in rooms where love does not live. But what they do not understand, what they will never grasp, is that you do not walk alone. Behind you march those who never left, your ancestors. Their bones are buried in sacred lands. Their spirits are woven into the very roots of your being, and now they rise, not to haunt, but to shield. Their silent power breaks all spells. This week, something breaks. Something invisible yet heavy, like an iron chain you've grown used to dragging behind you. It shatters, whether it came from envy, from manipulation, or from ancestral karma being passed down. It dissolves now, because your soul cried louder, because your light, long dimmed by others' shadows, now burns through illusion like dawn burns through fog. Do not be surprised if you feel the urge to weep for no reason, or if your body calls for stillness, for solitude, for ceremony. These are not coincidences. These are your guides awakening your cells, asking you to shed the skin of the past. And have you felt it? That presence from the past, someone who has lingered in your thoughts without invitation. They dream of you. They ache in places they cannot name, because your essence touched them in a way no one else could. But something, or someone, came between. A third energy, a snake in the grass that sowed doubt, poisoned love, built walls. And that energy is crumbling now. The return of love, dear Taurus, is not always a return of a person. Sometimes it is the return of clarity, of worth, of knowing what you no longer need to chase. But sometimes love dares to knock again. Only this time, it must come pure. It must come healed. It must speak with truth, not temptation. Your heart is calling not just for reunion, but for transformation. And as the earth steadies under your feet this Taurus season, the energies conspire to deliver not just love, but liberation. A financial door opens, a message arrives. Perhaps a forgotten debt is repaid, or a hidden talent is noticed by someone with the means to elevate you. The aid will arrive quietly, but its origin is divine. It's not pity, it's cosmic justice. You have prayed with tears, with hope, with rage. Those prayers did not fall into silence. They found their way to the stars, and from the stars an answer is forming, through people, through events, through unexpected turns. Yet, one thing must be done before this blessing lands fully. You must cleanse. There is someone near you, and yes, you know exactly who always meets your joy with doubt, who dulls your dreams with phrases like yes, but that energy must be released. No confrontation is needed, just detachment, silence, spiritual boundaries made of gold and salt. Declare it aloud if you feel ready. I cut all ties with what dims my light. I release what drains me. I make space for what honors me. And if a mysterious sadness lingers, if a weariness clings to your bones, if you feel the air thickening for no apparent reason, you are not broken. You are becoming. You are transforming. Your very body is releasing old trauma, energetic clutter, inherited grief. Listen, when you feel the need to clean your space obsessively, to rearrange furniture, to burn incense or clear out your drawers, do it. That's your soul-making space. Your ancestors whisper through those actions, guiding you toward clarity, peace, and sovereignty. The voice of the ancestors is not always loud. It hums, it pulses, it nudges, and right now it is saying, prepare, something sacred approaches. Now that the veil has been lifted, Taurus, and your ancestors have spoken, the silence around you begins to shift. You may notice that people speak differently to you now, some with reverence, others with fear, but you're not imagining it. Your vibration has changed. You are no longer available for the games, the manipulations, the energies that once siphoned your joy like unseen leeches beneath the surface of your life. The Scorpio full moon on May 12th isn't merely a lunation, it is a cosmic exorcism. What lingers in shadows is pulled into the light. And in this light, dear Taurus, someone will be unable to hide their true feelings about you any longer. You may already have sensed them circling, like a moth circling a flame that now burns too bright to touch without consequence. But hear this, your flame was not lit for them. It was lit to guide you home, back to yourself, back to your sacred center. This week, as Mercury empowers your sign and helps you give language to what once lived only in feeling, you may suddenly find the courage to speak truths you've kept buried. You'll surprise yourself. You may say something in a conversation and only afterward realize that it was your soul speaking, not your mind. That's the gift of this Mercury in Taurus transit. It makes the body a channel for sacred speech. And what truth must be spoken, beloved? Is it the one you've long silenced, that you are tired of carrying others, that your heart no longer bends to please those who offer only crumbs in return? Because here is the revelation. Your ancestors did not endure wars, exile, betrayal, hunger, and heartbreak for you to shrink yourself for anyone. They endured, they prayed, they bled so you could rise, and rise you shall. There is one among your ancestral line, a feminine figure, fierce and wise, who watches you closely now. She once bore burdens like yours, perhaps a great-grandmother, perhaps further back, whose name has been forgotten, but whose spirit never left. She is pouring protection into your home. She is fortifying your boundaries, even when you don't know how. That unexpected urge to say no without guilt, that's her. That moment of clarity in the middle of your despair, also her. She's breaking the chains through you, and you, sacred Taurus, are the vessel through which an entire bloodline begins to heal. But it is not just your family behind you. It is the family you will create, the soul tribe forming around you even now. People are being guided to you, not by chance, but by sacred assignment. They will come not to take, but to pour into you. They will ask nothing of you but your presence, your peace, your laughter, your truth. And as this new energy begins to form, an old energy must leave. This is not just symbolic, it is literal. Someone in your close circle is being spiritually moved away. They cannot journey with you into this next chapter. Perhaps you have already felt the distance forming. Perhaps your spirit already mourns it. Let it go. Let them go. You are not betraying anyone by choosing yourself. You are honoring the contract you made with the universe to live fully. In love, the air thickens with old echoes. Someone from your past still carries your name like a sacred echo in their chest. They remember your voice. They wonder if you still believe in them. But you've changed. You've matured. You now require evidence, not promises, devotion, not delay. And yet, there is a softness still in you. You still believe in healing, in redemption. But it must come real. It must come raw. Do not open your arms to someone who only returns when your light becomes too loud to ignore. Let them prove they can walk beside it, not just bask in it. And while you look back, someone else, quiet, present, respectful, watches you from the sidelines. This one sees you clearly. This one has waited not out of fear, but out of respect. They will step forward soon. They will speak something simple, but it will hit your soul like thunder. Don't dismiss it. Love does not always arrive with fire. Sometimes it enters as stillness, as peace, as a feeling of finally being safe. In finances, the tide is turning. A burden is lifting. An offer will appear that may seem too generous, too sudden, but it is earned. It is the echo of all the silent work you did when no one applauded. Accept it without guilt, without shame. Your worth is not up for debate. Your abundance is not a fluke. It is arrival. But before all this can fully bloom, Taurus, your home must be cleansed. Your body too. There is energy clinging to your aura like old dust. Light your candles, take salt baths, write the names of your burdens and burn them with intention. Rearrange your altar or make one if you haven't yet. These actions are not cosmetic. They are contracts with the divine. In the next days, your dreams will become more vivid. The messages will become more frequent. Your ears may ring. Your heart may pulse at odd moments. These are signs. You are becoming the sacred bridge between worlds, between what was and what will be. You are the chosen one in your lineage to end the cycles, to close the wounds, to open new doors. And you, beloved Taurus, are doing it now. You are standing at a threshold, Taurus, one you didn't choose, but one you were summoned to. It's not a random turning point. It is a spiritual intersection, where fate bends to meet courage and the unseen begins to take form. And in this sacred place, the wind whispers names only your soul remembers. Some of them are people you've lost, others are people you've yet to meet, but all of them carry a piece of your transformation. During this Taurus season, as the sun warms your soul and reawakens the seeds you've buried, a clarity begins to settle. But clarity, dear Taurus, does not always arrive gently. Sometimes it crashes, sometimes it sears. And right now, the universe is stripping illusions, not to hurt you, but to unveil the truth that has waited patient and unmoving behind the veil of your hope. May 12's full moon in Scorpio has unearthed memories you thought you had buried. Not to torment you, but to be finally seen, honored, and released. This moon was no ordinary lunation. It was an ancestral moon, one that reached into your roots, touched your lineage, and demanded reckoning. Perhaps you felt the weight, the sudden tiredness, the need to sleep longer, or the feeling that you were walking through molasses. These are not symptoms of laziness. They are signs of spiritual data being processed, of karmic energy unraveling itself through your breath, your blood, your heartbeat. Someone in your lineage never received justice, and now, through your voice, through your presence, that justice begins to unfold. This month also brings the sacred rhythm of Mercury in Taurus, a transit that grants you the power to reclaim your narrative. It allows your thoughts to align with your deeper wisdom. If you felt the urge to write, to speak your truth, to finally say the things you've silenced, honor that urge. The words you say now have the power to create worlds or collapse illusions. And here is what must be said now. You are not broken. You never were. Even in your most fragmented moments, even in your most desperate silences, you were sacred. You were whole. It was the world that could not hold your depth, not you who lacked value. Let that truth sink in. Someone will try to return soon. Someone who once left you wondering if you were ever enough. But now they come bearing a softer energy. Regret clings to them like a shadow. They've watched you grow from afar. But you, dear Taurus, must now decide. Do you accept someone back because of what you remember? Or do you honor the version of you that can no longer fit into who they used to be? Because you've changed. You are no longer the soil they once walked on. You are the forest they cannot see through, the mountain they must now climb to meet at eye level. If they come, they must come different, with accountability, with reverence, with hands that build, not break. Yet while one soul attempts to return, another quietly waits. This one has never hurt you, never betrayed you. They have simply watched, patiently, humbly, hoping you'd one day see them beyond the veil of your healing. They carry not the fire of passion, but the waters of devotion, a steady presence, a safe harbor, a love that doesn't ask you to prove yourself, only to be. If what you've heard so far feels like a reflection of your inner truth, this is your sign to stay close. Subscribe to this channel so you never miss what your spirit has been waiting to hear. And share in the comments, what are you ready to release? This is a circle of awakening, and your presence is powerful. Don't overlook this presence. It may not be wrapped in drama or intensity, but it holds the potential for peace, for growth, for a love that nourishes instead of consumes. Financially, the landscape shifts. The cards show a surprise, an opportunity, a windfall, a release from something that felt like a burden. You may be offered something that at first seems small, but don't reject it. Within it lies a door, one that leads to long-term abundance, one that offers freedom, not just money. You have worked in silence, given without credit, carried more than your share. And now the universe says, enough. Now you receive. But there's one more key. You must forgive, not for them, for you. Forgiveness is not weakness. It is not saying what you did was okay. It is saying, I will no longer drink poison, hoping it will harm you. Free yourself from the cage of resentment. Set your own soul loose. This week, perform a ritual. It can be simple. Light a candle, speak to your ancestors, write a letter and burn it. Stand barefoot on the earth. Whatever your spirit calls for, do it. Mark the transition. Claim your rebirth. And when the night comes and the stars hum above you like ancient lullabies, whisper to yourself, I remember who I am. I remember whose blood flows in me. I walk with those who walked before. I walk for those who could not. You are not healing only yourself, Taurus. You are breaking cycles, lighting torches, resurrecting truths. And those who once doubted your worth, they will witness your rising. You're not just living a chapter, Taurus. You're living a prophecy. This moment in your life was always meant to happen. And now, with the stars bending toward your truth and the ancestors drawing closer with every breath, the old patterns are crumbling. There is no going back. You may feel it as a pressure in the chest, a restless sleep, a strange urgency that pulses beneath your daily routines. This is not anxiety, it is activation. Your soul knows you are on the cusp of something irreversible. And while your logical mind tries to make sense of it, your spirit is already moving ahead, preparing for a future you once thought impossible. During this Taurus season, the energy of Earth stabilizes what has long been chaotic in your life. You are stepping into alignment, into embodiment, and with Mercury still transiting your sign, the words you speak now carry a spell work quality. You are not merely speaking, you are summoning. So speak carefully, speak truthfully. Speak as one who knows they are the child of stars and soil. Your ancestors are louder now. If you sit in silence, even for a moment, you will hear them, not as voices, but as a certainty in your bones. They speak through intuition, through timing, through synchronicities that defy logic. That song that plays at just the right moment, that encounter that feels too purposeful to be coincidence. Yes, Taurus, these are signs. These are threads in a divine weave, and you are the needle passing through them. One of the most powerful energies moving around you now is choice. Not just any choice, but soul-level decision-making, the kind that rewrites timelines. You will be faced with one such moment, perhaps sooner than you think. It may look ordinary from the outside, a conversation, an offer, an invitation, but it will carry the weight of destiny. Pause, listen. Choose from the version of you who has already healed, not the one who once acted out of fear. There is a masculine energy around you, someone who once held your heart in a fragile grip. This person is feeling the echo of your withdrawal. They feel your absence like a storm feels the quiet before it breaks. They may reach out, they may show up in your dreams. They may send messages they never had the courage to speak in person. You are not obligated to open that door again. But if you do, it must be as a sovereign, as someone who knows their worth. Let their return be a reflection of your growth, not a repetition of your old wounds. And meanwhile, another presence makes itself known. Quiet, steady, new. This person does not demand, but offers, does not confuse, but clarifies. They do not come to fill a void. They come to meet you where you already stand whole. This is not a karmic lesson. This is a soul companion. You will feel the difference. In your home, something needs to shift. Perhaps a corner of your space feels heavy. Perhaps there are objects that carry energy from a past you no longer belong to. Clear them, smudge them, release them. Your space is sacred, and it must reflect your becoming. Financially, you are stepping into increase, but only if you release the mindset that ties your worth to struggle. You are allowed to receive without suffering first. You are allowed to thrive. There is a message on its way, possibly through a woman or someone with nurturing energy. It may come as help, an idea, or an unexpected opportunity. Accept it. The universe delivers abundance in surprising ways, and if you've been facing delays, detours, breakdowns, trust them. They are not punishments, they are protections. The path you were trying to force may not have had the capacity to hold you. Something better is being carved in silence. In the days to come, your dreams will carry symbolism. Birds, keys, bridges, mirrors. Pay attention. These are not just dreams, they are downloads. If you wake with a phrase echoing in your mind, write it down. It may be a message from your guides. If you feel called to visit a place, do so. There may be medicine for your soul there. And remember this, you do not need to be ready to begin again. You need only to be willing. The energy around you is not waiting for perfection. It is waiting for permission from you. So say yes, even if your voice trembles, even if your heart aches. Say yes to the new, to the unknown, to the life you almost gave up on. Because right now, Taurus, the soil beneath your feet is not just dirt. It is memory, it is prophecy, it is a living, breathing promise that you are still meant for more. Here we are, beloved Taurus, the final turning of the key, the last breath before the new begins. You have crossed through the fire. You have walked barefoot across the shards of your old identity, and now the dawn arrives, not as a moment, but as a presence. You are no longer waiting for your life to begin. You are in it. You are it. And yet, before you take that first step into the version of you that was always destined, the universe asks for one final act: acknowledgement. Look back, not to return, but to honor, to recognize every moment that nearly broke you, but didn't. Every night you wept quietly, wondering if the pain would ever end. Every morning you rose without knowing how. You were never weak, you were being initiated, because the strongest souls are not forged in ease. They are shaped in silence, in sacrifice, in sacred suffering. And now the wheel turns. You may feel this shift as a stillness in the air, as if the world itself is pausing. That's because your energy is recalibrating. Your aura, once dimmed by the weight of what you carried for others, is expanding. You might notice people reacting to you differently. Some are drawn in, others retreat. This is your field resetting. Those who cannot meet you here will fall away. Let them. This is not rejection. This is realignment. A prophecy is fulfilling itself in your life. Something you dreamed of, perhaps even forgot you dreamed, is on its way. It may come in an ordinary form, a message, a meeting, a moment so small it almost escapes you, but it holds a thread that will unravel everything stagnant and reveal the door that has waited patiently for you to arrive. Trust this, the future is already unfolding in your favor. In love, the choice becomes clearer. If someone from your past appears, ask yourself, is it nostalgia or is it truth? Is it loneliness or is it alignment? You no longer make decisions from emptiness. You choose from sovereignty. And if they cannot meet your new frequency, bless them and release them. The one who is truly meant for you will recognize you by your light, not your wounds. They will not ask you to shrink. They will not punish your sensitivity. They will build a home within your heart, not a battlefield. And if you are already in a connection that feels safe, steady, evolving, nurture it. It is rare. Let it grow. Speak your fears. Name your needs. Love is not mind reading. Love is clarity, intimacy, presence. Financially, a reward approaches. A debt may be resolved. A gift may appear. An idea long ignored may suddenly bloom into income. The energy of Taurus rules value. And now, finally, you begin to recognize your own. Your time, your voice, your presence are valuable. Price them accordingly. Your body, too, calls for reverence. That pain in your back, that tension in your shoulders, that fatigue that no sleep can cure, these are echoes, energetic echoes, not of weakness, but of wisdom unexpressed. Move, stretch, rest, nourish. Do not rush this process. Your vessel is adjusting to carry more light, and spiritually, your connection is deeper than ever. You may hear whispers in your sleep, feel chills during meditation, receive messages from animals, numbers, wind, fire. The veil is thinner now. You are being shown what is unseen. Honor it. In the final days of May, as Venus begins to softly prepare for her transit into Cancer, you may feel a pull toward softness, toward forgiveness, toward the home within yourself. Don't resist it. You are not regressing, you are integrating. Remember, healing is not about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you were before the world told you to forget. Now, take a deep breath. Inhale the strength of every ancestor who ever loved you. Exhale the doubt that was never yours to carry. Feel your feet on the ground. That's the earth remembering you. That's life welcoming you back. And as this chapter closes, a door opens. Walk through it, Taurus. You are ready, you are chosen, you are free. And if your heart is still beating a little louder after all this, then this wasn't just a video, it was a message meant for you. Don't leave without subscribing and letting your voice echo in the comments. Your story is unfolding, and here you will always have a space to be seen, felt, and remembered.